you can either bitch and moan about your rights and do nothing to secure them, and you will be a subject of people who have the ambition and lack of moral character to rise to power, or you can be a citizen and secure the rights by exercising the responsibilities you have. You know what I mean? As an adult human being. And
Yeah.
I think there's a, it might sound like a banal distinction, but it's not. That's the whole purpose. If you look at any definition of the word citizen, it's going to include the phrase rights and responsibilities. And we're in that age now where everybody wants stuff and doesn't want to do shit for it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's something that I talk about a lot too, that just it struck me as odd the more I started to talk to people that are younger. I'm in my mid 30s, so I guess
Mm.
I'm the older millennial generation or whatever. But I young people today, and I hate even saying it that way because I sound like some old dude complaining, but they lack that just overall paradigm that includes I must do that which is beneficial to the rest of my community, my fellow man, etc. And I'm talking like I used to own a company where I employed almost 100 people, most of whom were in their early 20s, mid 20s. And it's missing. It's like this feeling of responsibility for everything we have that we got just by consequence of the fact that we were born into a great circumstance, and we feel no need to actually continue to make it better and to do our part, which is again why I'm kind of attracted to your message, because I found myself falling into that. And I think it's easy to do, man, to just complain about Gavin Newsom or complain about Maxine Waters or complain about Justin Trudeau or complain about, I mean, you name it. You can, and on the other side too, Mitch McConnell. And, you know, I don't, this part of the reason I catch so much shit from both sides is I'll call them both out because it's just, to me, it's a human issue most of the time, but it's one thing to do that. And I think necessary to bring awareness, but it's another thing to say, okay, here's how you can actually make a difference. Here's how you can be a better human and contribute. And that's why I've kind of transitioned my messaging too. And in no small part, it's been inspiring to see guys like you do that and guys like Andy do that, because it's easy to just talk about how fucked up it is, but it's another thing to say, okay, here's what we can do and here's what we should be doing
Sure, yeah.
to fix the
I mean,
problem.
you know, even I think people usually stay on the periphery of issues. They
Yeah.
stay downstream because, I mean, I guess to be fair, it's easier to identify problems downstream. They're more obvious there, but I think there's a part of it that is a confluence between laziness and a lack of responsibility. You know, once you actually point out what's really going on, what the real problem is, now you bear some responsibility for taking part in solving that problem, right?
Absolutely.
And it's the reason that people will. It's the reason people will avert their eyes when somebody falls or slips or something instead of going to help them, because their compulsion to um, resist awkwardness or you know, whatever, any kind of pain, whether it's social or physical, is stronger than their compulsion to help other people.